Last weekend, three women's rugby players had to be removed from a game and treated for injuries from hits sustained by a trans woman.
That just bowled him over. It literally couldn't be easier for this guy.
Notice the reaction that he gets from the other teammates of Ash, desperately trying to protect Ash from having to face the public.
This is the trans woman this string is about. That guy looks like he could be the ref.
What the is he doing? And the second one is, why are these women defending him?
There is something in the water there that is making people go insane in this town.
I really wish that the female players who are upset about this would start standing up to this insanity.
What gets me, and I've just realized this, okay, the fathers that are okay with their daughters competing against men, and that video very clearly shows that the men in attendance are all okay with this.
Yeah, they're going to equity and tolerance our mothers, daughters, and sisters right into a bunch of wheelchairs or an early grave.
I understand Mr. Davis was the hardest hitting player on the men's team last year, sir. How is he being allowed to play against biological females?
You're disgusting. Get out of my face.
Stay away from me, man.
I heard what you were saying before. I think the idea is that you're not being tolerant of other people's beliefs. You think everyone has to believe what you believe. I think we should just be tolerant.
Ladies, what do you think about Mr. Davis injuring biological females? Any thoughts on that? Ash, is it true that you were voted the hardest hitter on the male team that you played for last year? You're the ref, you should be calling this.
I will be calling a very safe game, sir. Thank you.
Keep walking if you don't have good vibes.
Okay, then. Oh, really? Including a male player injuring female players. That's okay with you?
What's wrong with that?
You don't have to talk to the players.
Please don't touch me. Are you with the local media? This guy, Ash Davis, three women on the Stony Creek Camels team had to be carted off the field. How is that safe? He's a biological male.
You know what? That's not true.
Mr. Davis, why are you doing this? You were voted the hardest hitter on the male team last year. Doesn't that make things even more lethal for the biological females that you're injuring?
Oh, okay. I can't answer that question right now.
Oh, is that right? I see these ladies telling you not to talk. You're taking orders from these rugby players, sir.
Well, I'm just here to watch a rugby game.
So why is this being tolerated, ma'am?
Because they're not a male.
They. Oh, it's a they. How about yourself, sir? Do you agree with a biological male playing against biological females? Looks like you're giggling. Weird world, isn't it, sir?
It's a sticky situation, that's for sure.
Amen. Have a good weekend. Oh, you don't... Really? David Menzies for Rebel News here in Waterloo, Ontario. And folks, guess what? Transanity continues. I'm at Bluevale Collegiate. This is the venue for a women's rugby playoff game featuring Waterloo versus the Fergus Highlanders. But is Highlanders really the appropriate nickname for this team from Fergus? Shouldn't it be the Fergus Cheaters? Because you see, they have a secret weapon on their roster, and that would be a biological male. There he is again. Ash Davis. Now, it is incredible because not only is this against the rules to have a biological male play with a biological female, but Ash Davis has this penchant for injuring biological female players. Well, of course. I mean, it is a heck of a difference, isn't it, when you compare a male to a female in contact sports. And when we went to Fergus to query Mr. Davis about this, well, here, check out the video. Check out what happened.
34-21. Yes,
Mr. Davis, Ash, why are you doing this? I'm David Menzies, Rebel News.
Hi. No, you're not really a part of this. Human rights.
What about the human rights of biological women being injured by this man? As a mother, why would you expose your kids to a massage?
That is my partner. That is my wife that you are being.
So he's a lesbian?
It's not a sport, or it's not an issue.
I'm a registered social worker, sir, and I demand human rights for everybody.
Oh, okay.
They just... Yeah, what's a biological female?
How do you feel about a biological male playing in rugby, man?
Thank you. I don't really give a Everybody!
Okay. I don't know what is a crime anymore.
Well, sometimes we all ask ourselves that, right?
Wow, talk about indoctrination. Now, before I go on, folks, and before we try to scrum, no pun intended, some of these rugby players again, if you can, please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. We receive not a nickel worth of government funding. We depend on you. If you can make a donation, no matter how small, it is greatly appreciated. Now, here's the thing, as I referred to earlier, the international governing body for rugby, that would be World Rugby in the UK, they are absolutely clear. You cannot have a biological male play with a biological female. So again, why is this being tolerated? And get this, just the other day, we came across information that Ash Davis, when he was playing with the male Fergus Highlanders rugby team last year, he was given an award. He was awarded as the team's hardest hitter. Check out this photograph. He's wearing a dress for some reason and holding a cricket bat. I'm getting a real Buffalo Bill vibe here from Silence of the Lambs, folks. So the point is, he's not an average hitter. He's not your de rigueur 98-pound weakling of a man. He is the hardest hitter. This makes it even more lethal for women to be hit by him. And as our friend at Toronto Sun reported last month, 3 players on the Stony Creek Camels team, 3 biological women players that is, had to be carted off the field. They were injured so badly by this monster. So we're going to go and we're going to ask, try to get an idea of why he's suddenly a woman. And we're also going to try to find out what the other team thinks about this. And hey, as the saying goes, where's the ref? Why is this being allowed? The world governing body says no. So let's go near the pitch and see what we can discover this time. Hey, Mr. Davis, I understand last year. Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to go on the field. I'm not going to the field. I understand Mr. Davis was the hardest hitting player on the men's team last year, sir. How is he being allowed to play against biological females? No, okay. How about yourself, sir? What do you make of this?
I'm a director of operations. Can you guys just not film here, please?
Oh, well, it's a public area, sir.
I know it is, but these guys are warming up. You're disrupting their practices. I'm a member of the club, and we don't need this here. So.
Right. So why is he on this team? He is a biological male, sir.
That's no.
Okay, then. Hey, how you doing? Mr. Davis, I understand you were the hardest hitter on the males team. I'm not going on the field, sir. I'm on the sidelines. This is amazing. He's a biological male, but he is playing the cliched stereotype of a victimized female, and he's got his buddies trying to run cover for him. But, and by the way, I'm glad he's in a tank top today, folks, because you can see the muscle in his arms as well as the muscle in his thighs. Mr. Davis, do you enjoy injuring biological females? Mr. Davis, are you a misogynist? Mr. Davis, this goes against the international governing body for rugby.
You're going over the line.
No, I'm not. What do you think about this, ma'am? It looks like you're a biological female. Are you, why are you tolerating this misogyny? I can't even make a case for this cheating. It's unbelievable. Mr. Davis, are you a misogynist? We don't want to violate their field. By the way, sir, are you the coach of this team? I think he's got earbuds in his ears, so he can't. Oh, they're earrings, actually. Anyway, hey, ma'am, why is your team cheating with the use of a male player?
You're disgusting. Get out of my face.
Oh, really? Why am I disgusting? I think it's disgusting to have a male injure female players. You are a female, I take it. One never knows these days. Sir, why are you tolerating this? Do you not believe in chivalry? Hey guys, are you rugby fans?
Stay the away from me, man.
Oh, why are you speaking so rudely, sir?
No, leave me alone. I don't want to be part of your interview.
Okay, so you support male rugby players playing with females? Well, you know, isn't that sad? It looks like not only the females of this generation are so woke and so indoctrinated, even the guys are. And you notice they can't make a case. I mean, I'm all for hearing the justification of a biological male playing with females, especially since it goes against world rugby rules. So why can't they articulate that point? Isn't that weird? Hello, sir. Are you a rugby fan?
Nope.
No, you're just here to watch the game, or?
Yeah.
We're just doing a story, sir. This team, the Fergus Highlanders, it's a women's team, and they have a man on the team.
I don't want to have an opinion or comment. I heard what you were saying before. I think the idea is that you're not being tolerant of other people's beliefs. You think everyone has to believe what you believe. I think we should just be tolerant.
But who cares what I believe, sir? The international governing body, World Rugby.
Guy, you're not listening to what I'm asking you not to talk to me about it.
Okay, but you're saying I'm intolerant, but these are World Rugby rules.
You're not listening to what I'm asking you. I don't want to be interviewed by you or be on camera with you. I don't give you my permission to use my likeness or anything.
Well, we don't need the permission in public, but you have a nice day, sir. Okay. Hey, ladies, are you guys rugby fans?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay then. Man, we're just doing a story on this Fergus team, a women's team, but they're using a biological male as a player. What do you think about that?
I have no comment, actually.
Really?
I know nothing about it, so I have nothing to comment on. Sorry.
It goes against the international governing body, World Rugby rules, to have a biological male play with biological females.
Yeah, like I said, I have no comment.
Okay. Are you not concerned that real women are getting injured by this man?
I have no comment.
Okay. Have a nice day. It's the Sergeant Schultz team.
I know nothing. I see nothing. I say nothing.
Hey, ladies, how many men are playing on the team today, by any chance? Well, I think they've been media trained. They're not chanting human rights and trans women are real women. Really?
All lives matter! All lives matter! All lives matter! Human rights matter!
Human rights!
What about the biological rights of the...
Charter of Rights and
Charter of Rights and
Humans matter! Human rights matter!
Well,
all people in Canada have rights.
What about the rights of biological women getting injured by this man?
Rights and freedoms.
I think that's a good strategy. Keep your head down and don't say anything. Let people think you're a fool as opposed to making a statement and, well, basically confirming the obvious. Ladies, what do you think about Mr. Davis injuring biological females? Any thoughts on that? No? How about you, ma'am? Okay, then. It just seems to be an example of misogyny. I would think that biological females would be against misogyny, the hatred of women. Is that not the case? Or do you want to win so badly, you will break the rules, you will stack the team with a male player? Ash, is it true that you were voted the hardest hitter on the male team that you played for last year? Well, we're getting the silent treatment, folks. I asked him that question. Autogenophilia, that is a psychological condition. We're pretty sure there's a certain cross-dressing shop teacher in Halton District that suffers from it. You know, Busty Lemieux. And basically what it is males getting sexually aroused by embracing the props of females, fake boobs, high heel shoes, brassieres, wigs, etc. But that's the other thing, though, about Mr. Davis, isn't it? He's not even trying to look female. He is a balding male with obvious muscles, legs and arms, an Adam's apple, 5 o'clock shadow, I'm sure, if I got close enough to him. So he's really just mailing it in, and everybody here seems okay with that. Absolutely astonishing. Mr. Davis, I talked to a woman who claimed to be your wife last week. Does that mean you are a lesbian? As a mother, why would you expose your kids to a
Because
massage?
that is my partner. That is my wife that you are being.
Sorry, he's a lesbian?
So I'm gonna just ask you guys.
Mr. Davis, what do you have to say to the numerous women you have injured on the pitch, Mr. Ash? Mr. Davis, Ashley. Ash, I think it's Ashley now. Oh, I don't know. Sir, do you have any thoughts that Ash Davis was named
We're gonna have an injury because of this, because of you.
Because of impolite questions?
Because these guys are not going to be ready for their games. You're in their faces. Can you please leave the premises?
I'm off the field, sir. It's a public park.
For the safety of all these players that are going to
If you cared about safety, you would take that monster off the field.
You're entitled to your opinion, sir. Thank you.
No, it's not my opinion. It's World Rugby. You're not allowed to have a biological male play against a biological female. So you're going against your own governing body. What do you say about that, sir? Well, that's a new one. The girls here, according to this gentleman, are going to be injured because of impolite questions. I wonder about the girls on the other team that have to put up with a man who was given the award of team's hardest hitter last year on the male Fergus Highlanders rugby team. This is absolutely astonishing. But welcome to our woke new world. It is, you have individuals like him, he's part of the team, I understand, and the teammates, well, I guess I can understand the teammates. If you want to win at all costs, why put a few more Ash Davises on the team? They're going to win the championship. I wonder how long it'll be before that indeed happens. How about yourself, ma'am? Do you have any problem with Ash Davis injuring real biological women?
I don't give consent to this conversation.
Okay, I don't need consent. We're in a public area, but does that mean you give consent to Ash Davis injuring biological women?
I have no comment to you.
No comment, eh? Where is the feminist movement? Where are the Billie Jean Kings of the world fighting for women's sport? It seems that women's sport is being destroyed in front of our eyes.
I have no comment to your questions.
No. What would you say to the family of those players that had to be carted off the field with injuries thanks to his hits?
I have no comment to your questions.
Hey, ladies, what do you think about a male rugby player playing against the females, the biological females?
I don't have anything to say about it.
Oh, okay. I thought that would be something dear to your heart. Apparently not. Let's see what the team, the Waterloo team, what they have to say about this, if they'll talk, that is. Hey, ladies, what do you think about the fact you're going up against a team that has a biological male on it? Are you not concerned with that? Isn't that cheating?
Warm up over here.
Do you guys have a biological male on your team? Otherwise, it seems that it's not a level playing field. Anyone? How about you, ma'am? Do you have any thoughts that there is a biological male playing for this team? I would be upset. I would say we're being cheated on. No?
Sorry, this is rented space. You have to stay back here.
Oh, are you the ref, sir? Are you? Referee, Mr. Ref. With all due respect, why are you allowing the rules to be broken of having a male play against females?
Okay, you need to go on that side of the field.
I'll acquiesce to that, but answer my question. Why are you breaking World Rugby rules by having a male play against biological females? You're the ref. You should be calling this.
I will be calling a very safe game, sir. Thank you.
Oh, really? Okay, then. Well, he effectively is the police officer on the field. And he doesn't see any rules being broken. He was more concerned about us getting too close to the field a half hour before game time, I might add, than calling a foul on somebody who is clearly breaking the rules. It seems to me it's not only being tolerated, but it's being embraced, that this is an example, I don't know, of the unholy trinity of diversity, inclusion, and equity. And in the meantime, real women are getting slaughtered. In the meantime, real women are getting carted off the field with injuries. Unbelievable. So are you guys with Waterloo County Rugby?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Medical tent. Can you please get away?
Oh, it's a medical tent? Oh, you might be needing it soon because there's a man playing against female players.
Totally ma'am, can you get away?
Totally fine.
Please, ma'am?
Oh, okay. I think they're trying to misgender me, but it doesn't bother me. But the real crime, I think, is that you have a male going up against biological females, maybe that's the reason for this medical tent.
I don't think
We're here for the safety of all the athletes, regardless of who they may be. Okay, we're here for the safety of the players. If somebody gets hurt, we're here for them, and that's it. So please.
But ma'am, isn't it inherently?
I ask you to leave. This is a private event right now, and so this is where our players are standing. So if you can just please vacate the area.
Well, we tried this last week as well. I know we received some comments. Why didn't you ask members of the other team? Nobody would come on camera, and as you saw, we tried to interview these ladies. Can I call them that? But they pleaded the fifth. They won't talk. And you know, that is the other egregious angle to this story. Not only is this thug being allowed to play against biological women, but I imagine there are a lot of people here that want to speak out. But society right now, it's all about tyranny by the minority, isn't it, folks? It's all about someone being afraid to be labeled a transphobe or a bigot, and then they get doxxed, and then their business gets boycotted. Welcome to cancel culture. And as a result, we are allowing something that not even the comedic geniuses of Monty Python could ever have imagined in yesterdecade. And it's all at the detriment of women. Again, I ask, where are the feminists?
Keep walking if you don't have good vibes.
Okay,
We're all
then.
about good vibes here.
Oh, really? Including a male player injuring female players. That's okay with you?
What's wrong with that?
Wow. I have no follow-up question. If you think misogyny and violence against women is a good thing, you're in a different category, sir. Thank you for your time. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Says the man in the Star Wars shirt. Oh my goodness.
Do you have a problem?
Pardon me?
Do you have a problem?
What do you mean?
I want to ask you, do you have a problem with men hurting women?
I do, yes,
Yeah,
very
you
much.
Do. You
Yeah.
do, very well, okay.
Yeah.
So then why are you here?
I'm reporting on this outrage, sir.
What's outrage? I've never heard of this. But like, you know what? A lot of people get injured in all types of sports that they play, no matter who they are.
Say, ma'am, I'm sorry you got hurt there. We're doing a story on the Fergus Highlanders women's team. They actually have a male player on the team. What do you think about that?
I think you're good.
Don't
Goodbye.
talk.
No?
Sorry.
Sorry, who are you, ma'am?
Nobody. You don't have to talk to the players.
Please don't touch me.
Please walk
Well, she's
away.
not playing. I think she's getting treated for an injury.
Walk away.
Okay, then. Are you with the local media?
Please walk away, please.
Are you with the local media?
They're playing their game.
Okay, then.
Do you know him?
You know,
We've already established
Thank
where,
you.
where
Yeah,
our
I'm
thing-
still on the
Yes,
grass.
but you just weren't. So I'm
I
just
reached over.
clarifying that
Okay.
your body is not to come past this point to the track.
Okay, then. And what about Ash Davis's body colliding with biological female bodies? And who are you, ma'am? I'm interviewing the back of a head right now. I think maybe she might be with the local media, so we're going to take a few nice little pictures of a rugby game. And, of course, bury the lead, which is there is a misogynist playing for the women's Fergus team, and it is being completely tolerated. This is presumably your Justin Trudeau blackface bought and paid for media. And she's also acting as security, I guess, to other media outlets that, are maybe asking impolite questions. Unbelievable. Sir, you said you're going to call a safe game, but against Stony Creek last month, this guy, Ash Davis, 3 women on the Stony Creek Camels team had to be carted off the field. How is that safe? He's a biological male.
You know what? That's not true.
That is true, sir. It's been reported.
No, that's not true.
Well, one of the players said that. She also said getting hit by him is like getting hit by a truck.
You can speak with Rugby Ontario if you'd like to about that. That was investigated. That is not true.
Well, I have reached out to them. They've ignored my call.
Oh, okay. Well, then, good luck.
Good luck. Actually, good luck to Waterloo. That's who needs the luck, you know.
Just let these girls enjoy their rugby game. And peace.
Oh, yeah, I want that, sir. The girls to enjoy it, not the man, not the grifter.
Thank you.
Mr. Davis, why are you doing this? You were voted the hardest hitter on the male team last year. Doesn't that make things even more lethal for the biological females that you were injuring? Mr. Davis, why do you take joy, seemingly, in injuring players? Biological female players, that is. Are you not able to make a case for why you are breaking the guidelines of World Rugby? Why are you wearing number 8? You were number 2 last week. On the Fergus women's team, there is a biological male. He was voted the hardest hitter in a male team last year. And we're just trying to find out why this is being tolerated, because he is injuring real women.
Oh, okay. I can't answer that question right now.
Oh, is that right? I see these ladies telling you not to talk. You're taking orders from these rugby players, sir.
Well, I'm just here to watch a rugby game. That's all I intend to do today.
You know what? As am I. Is this your daughter, sir? A beautiful girl.
And her mother's playing.
Oh, okay. You know, I'll leave it with this. I hope when your daughter grows up, this isn't being tolerated, because this man is injuring real women. So when your daughter grows up, becomes a rugby player, I hope there's not more men on the pitch doing that. That's all I have to say as someone who believes in a level playing field. Okay then. Have a good day, sir.
I don't want to be controversial.
Oh,
I'm very middle. I don't want to be controversial.
You know what, sir? I think that's the saddest thing I've heard all year, that taking a righteous stance against a male cheater, calling out a male biological player injuring females, would be controversial. I think the opposite is controversial, that he's being allowed to play on the team in the first place, but what do I know? But
yeah, I don't know much either.
Okay.
I don't know much either.
It's a weird world, isn't it, sir?
It's a sticky situation, that's for sure.
Have a good weekend. Oh, you don't... Really? Is that right?
You should look it up.
Are you a lawyer? Where are your men?
I'm considerably more educated than you.
Where are your men? I don't understand.
What's the issue? You're unable to get women?
No, actually, it's the other way around. That women's team has a man on it. He's been injuring biological women. And you, as the opposition, you have no problem with a cheater? No?
No, we just like playing rugby.
I love the sport.
Have you played?
Not for a long time, man.
Okay.
But you know what? Back then, and even today, the World Rugby governing body says males are not allowed to play with females. So why is this being tolerated, ma'am?
Because they're not a male.
They. Oh, it's a they. I thought it was a singular person, or maybe they've added another man to the team. Again, it's all so confusing, you know. I'm interested in speaking about the penal code with that lady that was calling me out. No. Now, this is funny too. This is a good old Antifa trick. It's where people stand with their umbrellas, ostensibly to block our shots. But it's a big field and it's a high hill, so I don't think it's going to work. How about yourself, sir? Do you agree with a biological male playing against biological females? Looks like you're giggling. Are you unable to articulate your position, sir? Now I'm interviewing umbrellas. They're so stupid, they don't even realize we've moved to a vantage where we can film the field. Well, there you have it, folks. We have come here to cover another game involving Ash Davis, and much like the game we witnessed last week in Fergus, Ontario, nobody has any ill will to say about this grifter getting on a women's team and injuring biological women in the process. Now, if you ask me, I think this person, he might be suffering from some kind of mental illness, in which case he has to be treated. He shouldn't have to be tolerated. I mean, the very idea that the hardest hitting male on the Fergus men's team last year is going up against these women today, it's egregious. And by the way, for the record, the team they're playing, Waterloo, they have absolutely no problem. In fact, they were telling the gentleman to the left of me not to speak to us because, you know, he might have an opinion based on common sense. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this, folks. Who do you have more contempt for? A grifter, a cheater, someone who is perhaps a misogynist being allowed to play against women when he is a biological man? Or the authorities who allow this farce to continue? For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, I can tell you our report last week on Ash Davis, the male cheater in women's rugby, that went viral, but guess what? With the exception of maybe one or two outlets, zero mainstream media coverage. They treat this as a third rail issue. It's too hot to handle, or even worse, they support this garbage. That's why we need your help to bring you this kind of journalism where we tell you the other side of the story. Please, if you can, go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com, and kindly make a donation.